So, you learn the grammar, you memorize the vocabulary, and you pass the tests. But let me ask you a serious question. Can you survive a real English conversation without your brain freezing up like a broken vending machine? Well, today, we are turning those awkward grammar mistakes into absolute learning treasures. We're taking English off the textbook page and bringing it straight into the real world.
Think about it like this. Learning grammar alone is kind of like learning the rules of football but never actually stepping on the pitch and touching the ball. The rules are useful, sure, but eventually you have to play the game. So today, we're taking those first 25 grammar strategies you've studied, things like tenses, modals, phrasal verbs, and pronouns, and we're making them come alive in everyday conversation.
Here is our survival roadmap for today's explainer. First, meeting people. Second, cafe orders. Third, getting directions. Fourth, training time. And finally, the master challenge. Scenario 1, meeting people, socializing, and object pronouns.
Let's jump into our first situation and build up that confidence. This is all about meeting and greeting. The real stars of the show here are the to-be verb, the present simple tense, and object pronouns. Imagine a classic scene, almost like two characters meeting for the first time in How I Met Your Mother, or maybe just sharing a warm, friendly vibe like you'd see in Bluey. Robin says, "Hi, I don't think we've met. I am Robin." Aisha smiles and says, "Oh, hello, Robin. I am Ashe. Nice to meet you." Robin replies naturally, "Nice to meet you too. Do you live around here?" Aisha says, "Yes, I do. What about you?" And Robin answers, "I am just visiting. My friend lives here, and I am staying with him. Give me your number so we can hang out." Notice how expressions like, "What about you?" and "Give me your number" instantly bridge that gap between strangers.
Now, the absolutely crucial point here is that tiny little word him. Him is an object pronoun. And to explain this in the easiest way possible, we use him so we don't awkwardly repeat the phrase my friend over and over again. You don't want to sound like a robot saying, "My friend lives here, and I am staying with my friend, and my friend likes coffee." No way. You just say, "I am staying with him." It makes the whole conversation flow beautifully.
Scenario 2, cafe orders. Can, could, and countables.
All right, let's go grab a coffee. Imagine stepping into a bustling cafe, feeling like you're sitting on that famous orange couch in Friends, or even just a simple everyday setting like in Peppa Pig. Here, modal verbs like can and could, along with countable and uncountable nouns, are totally essential for getting your daily caffeine fix. The waiter walks up. "Hello, are you ready to order?" You reply, "Yes, please. Can I have a chicken sandwich? How much is it?" After handing over your money, you say, "Keep the change." This brilliantly illustrates how a simple, polite phrase like "can I have" works so smoothly. It's polite, it's natural, and it gets you exactly what you want. But then we hit a classic mystery. Some versus any. The waiter asks, "Would you like some salad with it?" But later says, "I'm sorry, we don't have any orange juice left." Why the sudden change? Well, it's actually really simple. We use some for positive offers, like when you are happily giving someone a choice. But any jumps in when the sentence is negative, meaning there is absolutely zero orange juice left in the entire building.
And while we're at it, let's quickly demystify countables and uncountables. Why can't you just say, "I want one juice"? Because juice is a liquid. It flows all over the place. You literally cannot hold one liquid. But you can hold a glass, so we count the glass, which is countable, not the liquid itself. A glass of orange juice. Makes perfect sense, right?
Scenario 3, getting directions, phrasal verbs, and asking for help.
Let's step back out onto the street. Think of a tense, lost in the desert scene from Breaking Bad, but, much friendlier. Ali is lost, and he needs prepositions of place and phrasal verbs to find his way. He spots someone and asks, "Excuse me, I'm looking for the library. Is it far?" The helpful stranger replies, "No, it isn't. You should go on straight and turn left at the bank. It is on your right. You can't miss it." Notice those crucial location markers, turn left at the bank, on your right, and reassuring phrases like "you can't miss it." These are the magic words that stop you from walking in circles for hours.
During this chat, Ali mentions, "My phone turned off because the battery is dead." Let's highlight that phrase, turned off. This perfectly shows how phrasal verbs aren't just annoying textbook vocabulary to memorize. They are actual crucial tools for explaining everyday tech problems. You wouldn't say "my phone ended its life." You simply say, "it turned off."
Section 4, training time. Complete your own dialogue.
Okay, stretch your muscles. This is where we make things interactive. I want you to literally say the answers out loud wherever you are right now. Imagine Robin walks up to your table at a cafe. He asks, "Hey, is this seat free?" How do you reply? "Yes? I'll give you a second. Think about it." You could say, "Yes, it is," or "Yes, sure, go ahead." Simple, welcoming, and totally confident.
The conversation flows. Robin asks, "What is your name?" You naturally say, "My name is," and fill in your name. Then Robin asks, "Do you like this cafe?" Here is where you combine a verb and adjective, keeping a steady rhythm like an Imagine Dragons song. You reply, "Yes, I like it because the coffee is great," or maybe awesome, or delicious. You are confidently expressing your opinion.
Finally, it's time to leave. Robin offers to buy you a drink, but you're busy. You use the obligation phrase, have to. You politely decline and say, "I have to go now." Boom, you just completed your very first successful interactive dialogue. Great job!
Section 5. The Master Challenge. Role play at the shop.
Now we're really raising the stakes. I'm stepping behind the counter as the shop assistant, and you are the customer. Let's see if you can buy something without freezing up. Here is the natural shopping flow broken down. Step 1, walk in confidently. Step 2, you use a phrasal verb, "Hello, I am looking for a t-shirt." Step 3, you use another phrasal verb to ask permission, "Can I try it on?" Look for and try on are your absolute best friends in a retail store. If you master these, you will never freeze in a clothing store again.
So you just asked me if you can try it on. I smile and reply, "Of course. What size are you looking for?" Now it's on you. In real life, you'd instinctively respond with something like, "Medium, please," or "Do you have this in a large?" just to keep the conversation going. Do you see how natural that feels?
Look at what we just accomplished today. We covered meeting and greeting, ordering at a cafe as smoothly as a Maroon 5 song, getting directions, using object pronouns, and mastering those tricky phrasal verbs. You have unlocked an incredible amount of practical English, proving that those textbook grammar rules really do bring the language to life when you actually use them.
Let's lock in this new knowledge with a rapid-fire mini-quiz, moving as fast as an Eminem rap verse. I want you to drop your answers down in the comments. First question, which phrase is better and more polite in a cafe? Is it, "Can I have?" or "I want"?
Moving right along to question 2, going all the way back to our first scenario. What object pronoun replaces my friend in the sentence, "I am staying with him"? Think back to Robin and Ashe's conversation. Type your answer below. Here are your final 2 Master Challenge questions. Which phrasal verb means to search? Is it look for or give up? And finally, for our Turkish speakers out there, how do you ask to test out an item of clothing in a shop in English? Hint, we just used the exact phrase in our Master Challenge. Let's see who truly survived the training. And that brings us to the end of our explainer today. I really want you to remember this. You are no longer just learning grammar rules. You are using English in real life. Every mistake you make out there is a treasure on your journey, because knowing exactly where you stumble is the key to getting better. So get out there, have those conversations, and keep speaking. Until next time, stay curious.